Hello, everybody. It's the Film Optimist. Today is very interesting because I'm going to do my top 10 favorite directors of all time. Um, yeah, it's interesting because I haven't done my favorite actors and actresses yet. I'm just kind of going in order of what my top 10s pop up as. Um, and this is interesting because I'm sure that this could change. I'm sure it could, but I don't feel like really thinking about it. I think this is a good top 10. Number 10 is Stanley Kubrick. Um, every film that I've seen from Kubrick is really good. Uh, I mean, genius, right? Like that's a word that comes up a lot when describing him. And what's crazy is I could actually watch the rest of his filmography. He's deceased, so I could watch the rest of them. I have not seen Fear and Desire. Haven't seen Killer's Kiss. Have not seen The Killing. Have not seen Passive Glory. Haven't seen Spartacus. Haven't seen Lolita. Um, People are like, "What the fuck, bro?" I have seen Doctor Strangelove. I love that movie. We will talk about that later on. I have not seen 2001: A Space Odyssey. I know. Crucify me in the comments, please. I have seen A Clockwork Orange. Hard to watch, man. It's kind of it's not rough in the sense that it's like bad. It's rough in like the subject matter. It's like, oh god. Barry Lyndon have not seen. The Shining I have seen. I think it is a wonderful film. I think there's a lot of good ideas in it, but the book is so much better. So much better. Full Metal Jacket is really good. We'll talk about that at a later date too. I don't think we've talked about that yet. And Eyes Wide Shut I've never seen. And then there's documentary shorts. Um, I guess he worked on The Spy Who Loved Me too. Oh, he did some lighting design. And the documentary shorts. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Stanley Kubrick. I think serviceable to be number 10. This might cause some waves. Number 9 is Tim Burton. I put Tim Burton above Stanley Kubrick. A lot of people might not like that, but I don't care. It's my list. I mean, look at the shit that he's worked on. Pee Wee's Big Adventure was his first. Was his directorial debut. What a way to debut, right? Then Beetlejuice is fucking classic. Batman, Edward Scissorhands, Batman Returns. Um, Skip over Nightmare Before Christmas. He was a producer on that, and he kind of worked on the story. Ed Wood, I've never seen. I've never seen Ed Wood. Mars Attacks, I haven't seen in forever, but um, crazy fucking film. I didn't know he did Mars Attacks, but that makes a lot of sense. Sleepy Hollow is pretty good. I think I've seen Sleepy Hollow. Planet of the Apes is a weird but decent remake ish film. um, Big Fish is really good. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is cool. Interesting adaptation slash remake slash whatever. Corpse Bride is fucking dope. Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Alice in Wonderland is fucking atrocious. I hate that movie. Dark Shadows is weird, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Frankenweenie I have not seen. I've seen the short film um, that this movie birthed from. Have not seen Big Eyes. Have not seen Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I have seen Dumbo. I think Dumbo's an interesting remake. I think it's a remake. It's true to the name, a remake. And I'm pumped to see Beetlejuice. Honestly, this is actually really fucking. It's a really fucking good list. I don't feel so bad putting him over Kubrick now. Um, yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't like his style, which is fine. Different strokes, different folks. But I like him. I then put Brad Bird. Interestingly, he made Batteries Not Included. Have not seen that. Iron. Oh, he is the writer on that one. His directorial debut is The Iron Giant. Now I didn't see this when I was a kid. I heard so many good things, and then when I got older, I watched it with my wife, and I cried like a little baby boy. And it's a wonderful film. Then he came back with The Incredibles. Um, Amazing film. He did Incredibles 2 as well down the line. He did Ratatouille, one of the best Pixar films ever made. I mean, it's so good. He directed Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. I have not seen it, but I've heard really good things. And then he directed Tomorrowland, which I didn't really care about. I didn't see it, but I didn't care to watch it. Is what I mean. And then Ray Gunn is his next movie to be announced, to be determined. Over Brad Bird over Tim Burton. I mean, just off of Iron Giant, Ratatouille, and the Incredibles movies, do they trump all of Tim Burton's works? That's tough, man. That's tough. I love animation, so that really like edges it for me a little bit. Um, Number 7 is John Lasseter. Womp womp. He got into a lot of trouble, didn't he? Didn't he get some? Didn't he get some trouble? He got ousted from Disney. Chief Creative Officer, Pixar Animation Studios, Walt Disney Animation Studios, Disney Studios. Allegations of sexual misconduct and exit from Disney and Pixar, and then he did Skydance Animation. And he hasn't really. I don't know if he's done anything. But let's talk about his filmography, shall we? He worked on The Fox and the Hound. He worked on Young Sherlock Holmes. His directorial debut was Toy Story. That's a hell of a directorial debut. He then directed A Bug's Life. Right after Toy Story. Then Toy Story 2. Holy shit. And then he just continued like working on films until he directed Cars. Cars is very divisive. Has a soft spot in my heart. We'll talk about it with the Pixar ranking whenever we rank all the movies and stuff. When I do that fun stuff. And then years later, again, there's like a huge stretch where he's not really doing directorial work. He then did Cars 2. Cars 2 is a clusterfuck of a film, and I loved it. He was directing Toy Story 4. He was gonna direct Toy Story 4, and then was fucking ousted during all this shit. It says removed right here. And he hasn't directed anything else. He's directed a lot of shorts too. Oh my god. Do I put that above Brad Bird's work? Toy Story, I love the Toy Story series. Cars, kind of and Bug's Life is pretty cool, but so I put those above the Iron Giant, Ratatouille, and the Incredibles films. Number 6 is it's pretty fucking low on my list. It makes sense. No, it makes sense. It makes sense. Um, Hayao Miyazaki. Fucking Hayao Miyazaki, dude. I love him so much. Where's his directorial debut, bruh? Here we go. The Castle of Cagliostro. Lupin the Third. The Castle of Cagliostro. Have not seen it. I was gonna see it to rank all the Studio Ghibli movies and Studio Ghibli associated movies. This is not. This is not. That doesn't count as a Studio Ghibli movie. I'm not gonna watch it until I watch Lupin the Third. Nazca, The Valley of the Wind, I thought was very boring the first time I watched it. It's based on his own manga. Upon rewatch, I love it. I always thought it was beautiful. I just thought it was kind of boring, but really good. Then he did Castle in the Sky, which is known as technically the first ever Studio Ghibli movie. They retroactively added Nausicaa in that list, but Castle in the Sky is the first Studio Ghibli movie. Love it. Love that movie. Oh. My Neighbor Totoro, really good. It was really, really overly hyped for me, and I was like, I don't care. Upon rewatch, I love it so much. Kiki's Delivery Service was the first ever Studio Ghibli movie I watched. I think it was on Cartoon Network or something. And I love the animation. Upon rewatch, as when I was older, I was like, these other movies like completely destroy that one. Completely destroy Kiki's. But my wife really loves that film. Um, it's a good one. It's a good one. He then directed Porco Rosso. I have not seen Porco Rosso. Princess Mononoke is amazing. Even better is Spirited Away. One of the best. Still my favorite so far of Studio Ghibli. Whenever we do the rankings, we'll see if it's still up there at number one. Howl's Moving Castle is really good. Ponyo is really good. The Wind Rises I have not seen, and The Boy and the Heron I have not seen. I have not seen a lot of these. I saw Ponyo, but I have not seen Arrietty, The Secret World of Arrietty. Yeah, I 150 billion percent goes above John Lasseter and Brad Bird. Deserves that spot. Then this one's gonna be controversial. It might not come as a surprise, but it will be indeed controversial. It's Kevin Smith. Um, I love Kevin Smith. I love the U.S. universe. I love every single one of his films. Every single one of them that I've seen anyway. We got Clerks, really good. Mallrats, good. Chasing Amy, pretty good, decent. It was all right. I think the message is kind of weird. Dogma is amazing. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is goofy fun. Jersey Girl is cute. I really like Jersey Girl. I really like a good Jersey Girl. Clerks 2 is a decent sequel. Zack and Miri Make a Porno is fine. Cop Out is fucking dog shit. Red State is a great fuck is a great rebrand, I guess, for Kevin Smith. Tusk was so weird that I enjoyed it. Yoga Hosers was a lot better than I thought it would be. Jay and Silent Bob reboot, awesome sequel. Kilroy Was Here is like an NFT movie, and from what I've seen, it looks like kind of dog shit. Clerks 3, I really wanted to see. Haven't seen it yet. And then the 4:30 movie is coming out later this year. And I thought there was some other shit. Yeah, I don't know. I thought there was more shit. Yeah, anyway, I love Kevin Smith. I love Kevin Smith because of how he talks. He's just amazing. I love him. It's more personal. Like, are his films better than all the other shit? No, right? Um, but he's great. Going above him is Clint Eastwood. I think his acting is great too, but we're not talking about his acting here. We're talking about his directorial stuff. He directed Play Misty for Me. Oh wow. I think I've read that before, but Play Misty for Me is great. Wonderful. That's a great debut as well. High Plains Drifter I've not seen. He is also in this movie. So did he just direct himself a lot? Yeah, he's not in this one. Breezy. The Iger Sanction is fucking excellent. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen him in. The Outlaw Josie Wales. He is also starring in it. The Gauntlet. He's also starring in it. Bronco Billy, also starring in it. Firefox, also fucking starring in it. Holy shit. Honky Tonk Man, you guessed it. Sudden Impact, you guessed it. Pale Rider, you guessed it. Heartbreak Ridge, this is wild, dude. Bird, he is not in this one. Cool. White Hunter, Black Heart, you guessed it. The Rookie, you guessed it. Unforgiven, you guessed it. I don't think I've seen Unforgiven. I've heard really good things. A Perfect World, you guessed it. The Bridges of Madison County, oh, you guessed it. You know you guessed it. Absolute Power, you guessed it. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. He's not in that one. True Crime, you guessed it. Space Cowboys. Oh, you know you guessed it. Blood Work. Bitch, you guessed it. Mystic River. Um, he's not in this one. Million Dollar Baby is really good. You guessed it. He's in that one too. But Million Dollar Baby is really good. Flags of Our Fathers. I have not seen. I've heard really good things. I think my mom saw this in theaters, and then yeah, that was like the year that we lost my grandpa to cancer. Cancer runs through our family like crazy, and it reminded. There was a scene that reminded her of his funeral because he was a cop, so they do the guns. They shoot off the guns and shit, and they were doing that, and she just absolutely sobbed, profusely, and then she's leaving, and then like these two guys were like laughing about the movie, like, oh, whatever, and she's like, shut the fuck up. It just went off on them. Letters from Iwo Jima. That's crazy, dude. Holy shit. I hear that movie is really good. Changeling is one of the most amazing films I've seen. I was so shocked to see that Clint Eastwood, directed it. Angelina Jolie stars, and it's so good. It is so good. Gran Torino, amazing. He also starred in that as well. You guessed it. Invictus, I have not seen that. Hereafter, I have not seen that. J. Edgar is really good. Really good. Leonardo DiCaprio rarely misses. I mean, so that's, Jersey Boys, I have not seen. American Sniper, he directed American Sniper. I've heard really good things. Sully, about Chesley Sullenberger, I have not seen. The 1517 to Paris, not seen. The Mule, he's in that one. Richard Jewell, I have not seen that one either. Cry Macho, he's in that one as well. Juror number 2. How could Clint Eastwood be above all these people? But I haven't seen most of his filmography because the films that I have seen are top notch, excellent, absolutely outstanding, just so good. I think he belongs up there, even with the limited amount of movies that I've seen. You guessed it, Number 3. We're at the top 3. Quentin Tarantino. Bruh. Quentin Tarantino's amazing. He's amazing. He only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 films. Almost all that I've seen. Yeah, there's only one that I haven't seen, I don't think. Holy shit. Reservoir Dogs is his directorial debut. What a hell of a debut. Pulp Fiction followed up with the fucking like uppercut, and that's like the Reservoir Dogs is the 1-2 punch, and then Pulp Fiction's like fuck you. And Jackie Brown is so good. Don't sleep on Jackie Brown. That is a wonderful film. Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. That's where like I feel like it's like mainstream crazy pandemonium. That's where people were like, this Quentin Tarantino guy's on to something. Like, I mean, for people that like me that slept on. I guess I'm just talking about myself right now. Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction I heard good things about, but Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 were like, holy shit. I feel like that's where like the normies like me were like, oh, this guy is amazing. Death Proof. Death Proof's cool. I think it's fine. Inglourious Basterds is really fucking good. Django Unchained is fun. It's kind of shit on, but it's because for some of its goofiness, but it's considering the subject matter as well. But I like it. The Hateful Eight is really good. It's really good, and I really want to watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I have yet to see it. Fucking shit, man, my throat. It's like I started directing. I started directing this video, directing myself, and it's like my throat's like, bro, what are you doing? Number 2 is Martin Scorsese. Who's that knocking at my door? Not seen it. Boxcar Bertha, have not seen. Mean Streets, have not seen. Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, have not seen. Have not seen Taxi Driver. I know, crucify me. Um, New York, New York, I have not seen. I did see Raging Bull. That's a damn good movie. The King of Comedy, I have not seen. After Hours, I have not seen. The Color of Money. He directed The Last Temptation of Christ, my favorite Jesus Christ film. Um, he then directed Goodfellas. Oh my God. I think we talked about that one recently. I have not seen Cape Fear. It's a remake? That's a remake? The Age of Innocence, I have not seen. Casino, I have not seen. Crucify me in the comments, please. Is it Kundun? Kundun? I've not seen. Bringing Out the Dead, I've not seen. Gangs of New York is actually really good. I just kind of hate Leonardo DiCaprio's character a little bit. Aviator is really good. The Departed is amazing. Probably my favorite remake. Shutter Island is really good. Hugo, I have not seen. The Wolf of Wall Street is kind of overrated, honestly. It's good. It's serviceable. It's serviceable, but that's it. Silence, I have not seen. The Irishman, I've not seen. You can crucify me if you want to. Killers of the Flower Moon, I have also not seen. And then he also did some documentaries too. New York City Melting Point, Street Scenes. He is post production director. Italian Americana, Italian American, and The Big Shave. The Last Waltz, American Boy, A Profile of Stephen Prince, A Personal Journey with Martin Scorsese Through American Movies, My Voyage to Italy, Feel Like Going Home, Lady by the Sea, The Statue of Liberty, No Direction Home, Bob Dylan, Shine a Light. Is that about Rolling Stones? A Letter to Elia, Public Speaking. George Harrison, Living in the Material World, The 50-Year Argument, Rolling Thunder Review, a Bob Dylan story by Martin Scorsese, and then Personality Crisis One Night Only. Just the last half alone, The Departed, The Aviator, there's Goodfellas in there. I think he belongs at number 2. I know. People are like, how are you? What is this list? And I understand. I completely and totally understand. So who's my number 1? Who is my number 1? Who comes? Why? Christopher Nolan. I love Christopher Nolan. I know. I'm like just repeating myself. Click me in the comments, please. I've not seen Following. I have not seen Following. What the hell? What the hell? I've never heard of that. I have seen Memento. Amazing. I have not seen Insomnia. Dude. It looks good, though. Batman Begins is really good. The Prestige is really good. The Dark Knight, amazing. Dark Knight Rises is cool. Inception is amazing. Interstellar, I have not seen. Cook me in the comments. Dunkirk, cook me in the comments. Tenet, cook me in the comments, I think. And then Oppenheimer, cook me in the comments. Look, I know that I'm going to love those other films. Interstellar, Dunkirk, Tenet, Oppenheimer. I'm going to love every single one of those, just like I loved every film before. Insomnia and Following, once I watch those, I'm going to love them just like I love everything else. I think his films are spectacular. Spectacular. I think they're great. So that's my top 10 list. Who's your favorite director and why? Why am I wrong? Please tell me. Cook me in the comments below. Take care, everybody.